DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Wildcat breakdown. Arizona beats Oklahoma State this past Saturday, 41-13. It is the BYU Cougars coming up on Saturday. We're chatting with Glenn Howe as we dissect the ball game. Let's shift to the defensive side of the ball, Glenn. And one of the things that I think continues to kind of stand out about this defensive front is just their ability to, especially when you talk about Tia Savea. Tia Savea is a guy that doesn't necessarily get a lot of love, but he's doing so much up there and attacking double teams and allowing some of these other guys behind him to run free to the football. But we're also seeing a lot of the guys, some guys on the defensive line, like your Deshaun McKnights, who are able to affect plays in the backfield while Tia's doing most of the eating up of blocks. Some of the other guys on the defensive line, as well as the linebackers, are being able to take advantage of the ability to get into the backfield and create negative plays.
Well, what I like is seeing that our linebackers are finally making all the tackles, which is good. You know, you see Max Harris, he led the team in tackles on that game, and that's what we need to have. We need to have those guys, and Tia's doing a great job. Doesn't get enough love, but we'll give him some love here. That he's doing a great job. They can give it availability for those backers to run free and make tackles and be in there and be in the right position. Those guys, you know, you can't. The value of those guys up front of what they're doing is just priceless, because they are creating havoc, getting those TFLs, giving the opportunities for our guys to get there and make clear tackles. And then what I like also is that they're just like, there's no room for them to run. You know, they're staying in their, it's not necessarily gap protection. It's just like, just get there and make be there in your position, stay in your position, not get moved out of there, not getting blown out. So I think they're doing a pretty good job.
And one of those things I kind of noticed, I've noticed this a little bit, and I think I'll go back and I need to go back and watch some of my tape from camp, because I think I've got some of the drills where they were doing this with the cornerbacks specifically, Glenn. And I sent you a piece of tape on this, where they'll start off guarding one man off the snap, and then they take that particular receiver to a certain depth, and then they may switch off to an underneath receiver. So it's kind of like the best way that I can kind of describe it is it's kind of appears to me to almost be like a matchup style zone, where you're not necessarily, you're in man, but you're also kind of in a zone man type concept.
Yeah, it's almost like just like playing switch defense.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. Actually, if you equate it to the basketball, they're just switching up. If he goes across your face, you're going to go and you're going to switch up, and then the other guy picks him up. I think they did a great job of doing what they're doing. They're understanding the concept, which is really good. We had that one play that it didn't work out against Iowa State. They cost us. That the guy didn't do his reads, and that's the only time I've seen that somebody get beat like that, you know. And you know, it's just that we're seeing a lot of guys making open field tackles, you know, and quarterbacks getting pressured and running out of there, and that's what you like to see. And you see our guys are just, you know, there's a lot of hats on the ball, which is exciting to see.
Glenn, special teams, finally we got a little bit of a return game going with Luke Weissong in this past contest. I like him in that role. There's an injury right now, ankle injury situation that's going on with Jeremiah Patterson. But to me, Luke was aggressive at going to the football. I like the one play where he kind of let the ball bounce, but he made it look like maybe he wasn't going to field it. Then he went up and fielded it and got about another 12 yards. I think he averaged close to 8 yards per return. That's a pretty good average nowadays in college football, where you really don't get a chance to return too many punts.
Yeah, Jeremiah better get his ankle ready. He might lose his spot, man, because Luke is doing a great job. He's a lunch pail guy.
Yeah.
He's a guy that will just do anything to have his team win. So he's a guy that comes in. I like the way he does. He took his role. He's got to get a little bit better on the catches there. He dropped that one. But other than that, he's gaining yards, and he's doing a good job.
All right, let's hand out some game balls, Glenn. We'll start on offense. Fourth time this year we've had a chance to do that. I think it's pretty evident. I'm going to go with Noah Fafita and Trey Spivey with my game balls. 5 touchdown passes for Noah Fafita, 2 touchdowns. Trey Spivey really becoming a red zone threat for this offense. And for Noah Fafita, those 2 guys get my game balls.
Yeah, on the offense, I'm going to go with Trey Spivey, just 1 game ball. I think that he's done
just
one
game. Wait, just 1 game ball for Glenn Howe?
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, for offense, 1 game ball because I thought Noah could have been a little bit more accurate. Because I expect a lot from Noah. I think Noah's a great quarterback. I expect a lot from him. So my standards are a little bit higher.
How many? He got to throw 7 touchdown passes to get a game ball from you?
No. No, I want a little bit more accurate with his throws, a little bit more. So I'm giving mine to Trey Spivey.
All right, defense. Go ahead.
Should I do my defense?
Yeah, go ahead and do your defense.
My defense is Max Harris. He just played a good game. I thought he was just swarming to the ball. He led the team in tackles. He had 5 solos. He had some hurries. He's just everywhere. He's a guy that's becoming a playmaker. I really like him. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of Tremaine Barneron. The guy that's the playmaker is always around the ball. I think that Max, as he gets more playing time, he's going to be one of those guys.
I'm going to give mine to Javion Cole. I thought he had a great game in the coverage. He obviously had the interception. He had a couple plays early in the first half where he was able to make plays on balls. One of them, I think, was a 3rd down. And he almost, even though there was the one he didn't get to where he made the aggressive attempt to try to knock the ball down or potentially pick it off, and they got by him for a little bit of a gain. Even there, I liked his aggressiveness on that play there. So, and I think the cornerbacks, especially him, every time that I've seen him in there, a couple weeks ago, he came into a game cold. He kind of came in cold when Dansby went out hurt, and he was able to make a big play on 4th down to snuff out one of the drives. So I've been really impressed with what I've seen from Javion Cole at that cornerback position. So he gets my defensive game ball. And then special teams for me, I'm going to go with Luke Weissong. Just thought he did an excellent job. Not only, he could have gotten my all-around great game ball because I thought he had a great game receiving, and he was also very good in the return game. So Luke Weissong gets my special teams game ball.
Yeah, and Luke gets my special teams one too, because I think that he came in there. He hasn't done it all season, and he just performed well. I think that he's going to be. I think we're going to see a lot more of him doing stuff, and we're going to get the ball to him more, because I think once we get him the ball in space, I think he can do some stuff with the ball.
Absolutely.
So I think that's going to be a priority, and then Noah's going to get comfortable when he can see those yaks. He's going to see once he throws those short passes to him, he's getting yards after catch. So I think that's going to be a major thing for him.
All right, Wildcats and BYU, Saturday, 5 o'clock kickoff, pregame show from the mall at 12:30. Glenn, we will see you there.
All right, we'll see you 12:30. Let's go get BYU. Big game. And also, hey, you know what? This is another thing, man, Dave. We need to have that place packed. We can't be... We got to, fans, we got to get out there. We got to get at least 45,000 people there. We have to get that.
There'll be 45,000 people there. The question will be how many of them will be wearing blue.
Yeah, it might be BYU. I don't want BYU to outnumber us. That's what I know that they travel really well, so we better be ready. I'm telling you, we got to make this an intimidating stadium, because it's a big game for us.
Glenn Howe, the tight end, class of 1985.
Nobody brings you the inside scoop on your Arizona Wildcats like we do. Today's Arizona Insiders are brought to you by Modelo, brewed for full-time Cats fans. Modelo, an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics.
All right, time for your Casino del Sol replay brought to you by